Hey, check this out. I'm gonna start off to make my point about. I want to start with the homeless people that are out there. Okay, there's thousands of homeless people out there living in the street in California, tents on the sidewalk. I mean, you can't even get down the street. They're pissing and actually shitting right on the sidewalks. People got to come up and pick up the shit like dog shit. Okay, needles, feces. They're getting diseases that are like you get in a third world country. They don't report any of this shit. People are dying. Pelosi's Congress for California, Congresswoman, hasn't done one thing to get these homeless people off the street. I haven't heard one thing on the news during this pandemic about the homeless people. Because if we're all going to stay inside, okay, to make sure we don't get this and follow these guidelines that they're giving us, and you know what they are because they're on the TV 24/7, washing their hands and this to that, to this to that, to help us curb this thing, okay? What good is it? Because where are all the homeless people going to go? If they're out of hand sanitizers and toilet paper, for the people who even who got money to buy this shit, and they ain't even around, what are the homeless people doing? You think they're sanitizing their fucking hands? You think that they're fucking using toilet paper when they take a shit? They're out there on the street passing all that shit along. Now, if any of them have any of this, what good is it if we stay inside? What are they going to do with them? They say, oh, everybody's got to stay in. It's a shutdown. You all got to do this. But mind you, it's only going to work if it's 100%. Otherwise, it's a waste of fucking time anyway. Not 90%, 95%. It's not going to work. So we got thousands of homeless people out there that they have nowhere to put them. And they're going to be out there during this pandemic, peddling whatever they peddle. Okay? And I rest assured that probably, if not all of them, probably have this fucking thing by now. So I'm sitting in my house for 2 weeks now because I ain't going outside. I got heart disease. I got lung disease. I got fucking diabetes. Holy shit, man. I don't want to be around anybody comes in contact with a homeless person after they're staying in their house. And you're walking into a fucking store and there's some bum out there. Hey, man, you got 50 cents? Or you got this, you got that, and they're touching shit. You're going to get it. So it's a waste of time. Does anybody really think of this? All right? They can come up with $2 trillion right now to put the sick people in hospitals. And they found buildings, new buildings, buildings where we could put people. They found gymnasiums. They got a budget so where they could build hospitals for this shit. They're coming up with the money for all of this. For us, the taxpayer. Yet they're spewing out of their mouth how this is America and we all have to look out for each other. We're all Americans. That's right. We're all Americans. Homeless people, the taxpayer, the drug addict, the prostitute. They're all Americans. Obviously, they don't see it that way because nobody's doing nothing for them out there. They could come up with $2 trillion right now to avoid us from, having nowhere to go if we get sick. Why haven't they been able to do this for the homeless people all these fucking years? I'm going to tell you why. Because they got nothing to offer the economy. They're out there with the dogs and the fucking cats. They're people just like me and you, man. I fell on hard times a couple times in my life. I slept in my car a few times. Okay? I know what it's like to be homeless. to not have anything. These homeless people don't have hand sanitizers and toilet paper. Fucking people are killing each other in the store over rolls of toilet paper. These homeless people are out there wiping their ass with a fucking leaf. You think they got hand sanitizers? What are they going to do for the homeless people? Are they going to pass on hand sanitizers to all of these fucking people on the street and tell them, oh, hey guys, you're all out here on the street. I want you all to wash your hands, and I want you all to stay 6 feet away from each other, okay? And you know, so you don't give it to nobody, okay? But stay in your tents. Stay in your tents. They don't even have bathrooms. Stay in your tents. What the fuck? What the fuck? How they doing? Now they're gonna fucking give us trillions? Because we're taxpayers? But we're all Americans? Dude, we're all human beings, man. Homeless people. Sick people. Old people. Young people. They're saying the young and the elderly. We all have to. But they're not saying the homeless people. Okay? The people that can't afford to. What about all the people that have been living in these buildings that don't have hot water? That their elevators are broke and they got no hot water, they got no air conditioning in the summertime because they're fucking stuck in their house sweating balls. They have no water, they have no nothing, and the government hasn't put their hand in their pocket once to fix those buildings, to help those people. That's not even the homeless people. Those are the people that have homes that are fucking shit. So, what the fuck are they trying to tell us, man? Listen, the only people that are going to help us is us. This money they're giving us is not going to stop us from getting sick. The only people that can do that is us. Until they find a cure. And that could be months. They're going to have a vaccine until next year. So we could be fucking stuck in our houses for how long? Well, I'm still waiting to hear what they're doing with the homeless people. People with no money. They're not helping them. They're endangering us. Why couldn't they fucking do this for them if they could do this now? It just goes to show that if they wanted to, they could have built shelters for these homeless people. Found ways of giving them some kind of health care. You know, what are they going to do? These homeless people need to be tested. Because I guarantee you, most of them probably have it by now. And they're going to give it to us. I mean, are you getting where I'm going to getting at? I mean, what is the point? What is the fucking point? This whole thing is fucking jacked up. This whole thing is man-made. This virus was fucking made by the Chinese to fucking take us the fuck out. And they know it. They can't do anything about it right now until this is over. Because we get everything from the Chinese. Man, this is really fucked up. So, this is going to be something to think about. What about the homeless? Forget about this virus that's here. What about the homeless all these years that have been out there? Suffering, sick, and dying, and overdosing, and spreading disease like it's a third world country. They're coming up with shit that we haven't heard of in fucking years that's spreading. From the piss and the shit and all the shit that's out there. And there hasn't been one person, not de Blasio or Pelosi, Blasio from New York or Pelosi from California, to step up and say, well, let's get some money and let's build some shelters, or let's fix these fucking places for these people that actually do have places to live that have no running water, that have no air conditioning in the fucking summer, that are on the 30th floor of a fucking building and can't get up and down because they're sick and they're elderly and they're dying because they can't. They got no water. They got no heat. They got no air conditioning in the summer. No, they got no heat in the winter. And nobody fucking the government didn't put the hand in the pocket for any of them. Now they want to spend all this money to help us. Which, hey man, great. But you know what? What is that money gonna do? You get a one-time payment? What? A fucking $1,000 fucking dollars? $500? I mean, I'd rather tell them you keep the $500 and get the fucking homeless people off the fucking street, so I don't get sick. My concern right now isn't about the money. Oh, what am I gonna do? You know, I'm worried about what am I gonna do if I get this? Fuck the money. I don't want to get sick. Help stop the spread of this. Test the homeless people that are out there. See who's got this and who doesn't have it, and put them in fucking wherever you got to put them in quarantine. Built this hospitals that you're going to build now for this, and they could have built shelters all these years for these homeless people and programs and health care for these people who don't have it. Okay? I've been there. I've been through hard times. I know what it's like to be homeless. Trust me, it's not fun. And it could come upon any one of us at any time. And if this takes place, you're going to see how many people become homeless. We'll be pitching tents next to the motherfuckers out in front of our houses. Listen, man. Something's got to be done. Something's got to be done. It's something to think about. I mean, this is really fucked up. This is really fucked up. I gotta go.